there is the link there for Ko-Fi, which is really good. Let's just get that link. And let's just pop that in here. Here we go. So if you definitely want to donate, there's the link for that. Otherwise, let's look at today's message. We're going to look at integrity. So it's about being honest. Hi, Raina. How are you? There's a love. So it's about being honest within love and looking at the effort that it might take in a relationship. That's really important. So how are you, Raina? So hopefully this is all working. What else have we got here? We've got definitely a birthing. So this seems like a new love going on. Tired as always. Oh, that's no good. It's all about knowing one's own worth and acceptance of what's actually going on. So it's really important in a relationship to make sure that you have the honesty. It does take effort. It does feel like there's a new beginning to the relationship, and it's all worth it as long as you can accept what's going on in the relationship. So that's an interesting combination of cards for the message. So would you like a reading, Raina? Would you like a couple of cards? So that's quite interesting. Sure. So hopefully that's all working with the volume and everything. So I'm just hoping it's all good. Let's have a look at the language of flowers. Oh. Oops, what's in there? Oh, yep. So let's have a look at a message for Raina in the shadows of light. Okay, connect a message for you. Seems to be a mind of its own at the moment. Whoops, that's it. Okay, so for Raina, let's have a look. What message are we going to relay today? That's interesting. It's about being vulnerable and being honest about your own vulnerability as well, which is really important, as you can see here. So it's about being really honest about your own vulnerability, about how you're feeling, what's going on for you right now, knowing that things are actually going to take a little bit of time and effort, a little bit of work within yourself is really important. You've got a sense of trying to find a sense of unity, a sense of wholeness within oneself is super important as well. So as you're sensing about acknowledging your vulnerability, about how you're feeling in the situation, knowing that things take a little bit of work to create a sense of wholeness within yourself. Okay, it does feel like a sense of, yeah, being really honest with how you're feeling and what effort you need to do. And now effort could be the sense of taking time out for oneself as well to find that sense of wholeness, about finding a sense of sovereignty, a sense of royalty within oneself, or a sense of honoring oneself is so important at this time. Seems to be really, really big, and that can be part of you being tired. So it could be about being really honest and saying, hey, look, this is how I'm feeling, this is what's actually going on. I'm feeling very vulnerable within oneself, and it's going to take a bit of time for you to actually take some time out for oneself. It's about honoring you, which is super important. That's going to allow you to find that sense of unity, wholeness within oneself. So let's have a look. Last card here. It's about perception. So it's really about how you see yourself. You know, what do you deserve? Your worth. You know, what do you deserve for yourself as well? Your perception of yourself, your environment, those around you is really important. So it's what do you see? What do you open your eyes to? What you need. Yeah, I can see that. I can understand that. So that's really important for you to have that sense. So let's do the power of love cards and let's see what message for Raina coming through. Oh, here we go. It's interesting. Satisfaction. You let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. So I know that it's back to front, but satisfaction. What's silver moon? Where'd you get silver moon? Silver moon. Not sure. Silver could be a sense of your intuition, and the moon can be about your emotions. Don't know about silver moon. Might be something to look up. Oh, you just became a member of Silver Moon. Oh, okay. Excuse me. Sorry, just had a bit of a cough there. Silver Moon. Oh, on Ko-Fi? Oh, you mean sorry, you mean the Silver Moon on my Ko-Fi. Sorry, I didn't know what you meant for a minute. Oh, okay. You became my... Oh, thank you for becoming a member. So let's have a look at the membership. Sorry, Silver Moon. Oh yeah, so you get direct message, exclusive content. So you get some I'll give you some downloads and things that are not available, and you get some discounts for the readings. Oh yeah, and social media shout outs, of course. Sorry, I didn't realize what you were talking about. I've lost the plot. The link I posted. Oh, okay, yeah. Silver Moon. Cool. So you can get each month you get a free reading, of course. You get a free reading every month, so that's cool. And you'll so how does that sound? So you get you'll be able to message directly. You get exclusive content, so there'll be some things that you'll get each month, which is for you as a member, and you get a free reading, and you'll get discounts for the readings and other things that going on. So you'll get some discounts and things as well. Oh, thank you for becoming a member. Really appreciate that. Wow, that's fantastic. So being a Silver Moon, you will get some exclusive content as well. So you'll get some articles and some posts and things that are exclusive, and some downloads that are exclusive for you. Oh, that's exciting. Thank you. Appreciate that. So hopefully that reading helped you. Gave you some things to sort of think about, how you're feeling, what you need to do to really take care of you. Could be really, really important as well. I keep feeling like, oh, language of, let's have a look at what flowers. Flower message. Anemone. Optimism. So this is really about look up and look brightly. So it's looking at at maybe things have been really difficult for you, right? So it's about you being able to feel like you have this sense of positive outlook. You're looking at the positive aspects of maybe some of those challenges and things. Maybe there's an underlying something you're not quite seeing in the bigger picture. So there could be something that could be hidden. It just feels like you're just needing to sort of look up, and I think it comes from really about taking care of you. Still keep getting that sort of sense of taking care of self. So that's really cool. What else? Should we throw in a crystal card? This one. Well, it's you. Let's see what crystal. What crystal should Raina work with? Oh, there it flew out. Okay. We've got earth, so it's about being grounded, which is really important. We've got topaz, with looking at your intention. So topaz is super important. So let's have a look and see what the message is. Topaz, let's have a look. Yep, golden topaz, right. So the message is, okay, your sacral and solar plexus chakras, I intend to manifest in right alignment with all that is. I intend to manifest in right alignment with all that is. I intend to manifest in right alignment with all that is. So that's an interesting card. It's about being committed to your choices and to send a clear signal to the universe about your intended outcome. Your thoughts, words, and actions must all be in line with what you say you want, and you cannot facilitate or doubt yourself or the choice you've made. Now is the time to end procrastination and to commit your energy, body, mind, and spirit to the path that you wish to take. Golden topaz may be asking you to take a look at how you've been using your intention and whether a realignment is in order. Have you been saying one thing and doing another? Have you been holding back on committing your energy out of fear of committing to the wrong thing? Have you pretended to hold the same intention as others to make them happy or to avoid conflict? It is time to come out of the closet with your intentions and to unequivocally set your boundaries. Clearly demonstrate to yourself, others, and the universe what it is you want and what you will no longer accept. By owning your role as co-creator of your life, dispersing with any victim mentality and throwing your energy in the direction of your dreams, you will recapture the power of your conscious intention and become a magician of manifestation. So it's all about what you want to manifest. What is your intention and what you desire for your journey? That is so important to you right now. I intend to manifest in right alignment with all that is. So how does that sound? It's interesting. Hopefully that helps. I'm testing this restream to see what it was like. So I'm hoping the video is good. So is there anything else I can do for you, Raina? So let's have a look. So hopefully that helps. So I'm just waiting to see what is next on the messages. Let me just see. Let's do a bit of a use the Elemental Wisdom Tarot. So I'm just going to do a bit of an overview reading. Oh, it's starting with the Tower. So it does feel like everything is feeling like everything's a bit of a doom and gloom. Everything feels like walls are crumbling. It does feel like, and it's interesting because that's my card of the month this month for my Wheel of the Year spread. It does feel like everything's like that, trying to stand on solid ground, taking a leap of faith. And here I have the Nine of Swords. So there is a lot of worry and stress going on. Quite interesting. Let me see. I feel like something's being taken, being stolen, being taken, a perception of something that's not quite there. And we have a sense of transformation, of a lot of changes taking as well. That's interesting. I'm just going to be on for about 20 minutes or so, so just a quick. Yeah, so it definitely feels like there's an enterprise. Maybe there's a new venture coming up, some action. You know, there's a thought about a venture. Desires, wants, passions coming into play. It's a very slow journey as well. It does seem to sort of come at a very slow time. It does seem like I'm waiting for, or we're waiting for a long length of time. So that's interesting with the Elemental Wisdom Tarot. It's an interesting combination of cards. So very interesting reading there. So that was interesting. I love just sort of mucking around with a variety of decks, having a look to see what we've got. Let's have a look at the Starman Tarot. What message is this deck going to give us? So we have the wheel. So we know that feels like things are going around and round in circles. Does feel a bit stagnant. Does feel as though there are some decisions yet to be made so that you can sort of move forward. It doesn't feel like we're going up and down, up and down. Destiny or fate? Is it the sense of feeling like you're in control, or are you just waiting for everything to go? What happened? Did it disconnect? Oh, no, it just told me I kept going. Didn't tell me I cut out. Oh, unless it was when I looked at the other page. I hope it didn't cut out with the page. Oh, shoot. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Hopefully you saw the cards. So let me go back. Let me see. So there was the Topaz. Did you see that? Got your Topaz, golden Topaz, your intention, all about manifesting, you know, where you are at. Did go on about that. Did talk about being optimistic. That's all right. It'll might have to go back and listen to the video, but I did talk about optimism. It did your intention. Did talk about your okay, let's have a look at, let me read this again for you. I intend to manifest in right alignment with all that is. High flow, balance, power. So I'm not quite sure how much you saw, Raina, but it's definitely all in the video. Hopefully when it, you might can have another listen to it. I know. So the cards that I was looking at here was the wheel, decisions to be made, and facing your enemies, maybe moving through cycles, a sense of moving into the unknown as well. That's Star and Tarot. It might be the rain. We're a bit rainy and a bit weathery here, so it might be playing a bit of havoc with the internet connection. So flow, balance, power. You're wanting a card. Oh, it's playing up with me again. Oh, what I'm doing, flow, balance, power, is it's not really a question as such. It's just some cards from the Shadows of Light Oracle. Sort of about asking, you know, what do you need to know? So if you just want a, so I'll just do you a reading. Let's have a look. Let me choose three. The camera's playing up today. It keeps shifting. That up at some stage. Right, okay, so let's do you three cards. Okay, so we have the sense of fully participating in your journey. Okay, that seems to be really, really important for you. It's about having your sense of creativity in your journey and having the sense of honor within oneself. Seems to be really, really important. So let me have a look here. Talking about being empowered, self-empowered on your journey as well, seems to be very important. It's about how you blend things together to create something new. And it's about a sense of community. So it could be about being in a sense of a group. So maybe there's sort of a creative group and artistic group in some way. Oh, Raina, you're so gorgeous. Donating. Really appreciate it. So it definitely feels as though flow, balance, power does feel a sense of being empowered in who you truly are and allowing things to sort of blend together, move together to create something new. And it could be a part of being with a group. You're trying to find your people. Okay, so that's really an important process for you. So let's look at the love parts. The power of love. Okay, what have you got here? Sense of being individual, being an individuality. It's all about honoring who you are, flow, balance, power. It's really about looking at who you truly are. You leave your own unique stamp of love on everything you do. So it's about looking at who you are, and once you do that and you acknowledge that, you'll find people are drawn to you that are similar in nature, similar in thoughts, similar in ideas. That's really an important aspect of your journey. Okay, so I hope that sort of gives you an idea about what you need to do for oneself. So think about your own individuality. Who are you? You know, what inspires you? What gives you that creative flow in your life? And that's going to allow you to, you know, look at groups, look at things that interest you. Look at different groups online, maybe a local group around you, and that's going to allow you to participate with people of like-minded souls. Okay. So, Raina, did you have a specific question in mind? Did you want another reading, something specific? Okay, what was your specific? Let's have a look. I'm going to use the coffee tarot. So let's just change this. Oops. What are Rigo's feelings for me at this present time? He's a tricky one. Okay, so let's have a look at his feelings towards you at this time. So let's have a look. Okay, he finds a strength within you. I feel like he does find there is a strength within you. He's walking, he sees you walking towards something. So it's like he feels like you're walking emotionally towards something. Ah, okay. Is he quite youthful in energy? I feel like he's quite youthful, very grounded. I feel like he's could be quite materialistic. I don't know whether he's a little bit materialistic in some way. It does feel like with the Page of Earth that there is a sense of yeah, it does feel like there's a sense of being a little bit material, you know, being interested in material aspects or interested in finances in some way. There is an emotional aspect to the walking towards. I don't know if it's walking towards something. He does see you as being quite strong. Does see you that you're walking towards something, and there is that sense of being materialistic in some way. And I don't think that's about you. I think it's more about how he sort of feels at this time. I know that's part of the process, like he's seeing you as a bit of a materialistic aspect. He works a lot. Okay, so that makes sense to that aspect. Okay, so we're looking at this. It's like he's holding on to something. He definitely feels like he's holding on to something. It's something that he's holding on to quite strongly in regards to his feelings for you. And it feels like, see, here we have the 7 of air. So we're feeling like he wants to take something. He wants to take something. He wants to hold to something. I feel like there's a lot of that going on with the 4 of earth and the 7 of air, that there's that sense of taking something, holding on to something. So he's clinging on to something with the feelings. It does feel like that. And there is a lot of stress. There is also a sense of stress and worry about the situation. So there is a little bit of stress and worry. So I definitely feels like, okay, so that could be part of it. So here you've got that 4 of earth, that sense of not sort of, he's holding on to something, he's keeping something inside him. That 7 of air is like he wants to take something from you, and it does cause a bit of worry and stress in some way. There is a little bit of worry and stress about the situation. He does see you as quite strong, so I feel like maybe he wants to take away that sense of strength from you. So maybe he's trying to underline your strength, to try and find your weaknesses, so to speak. So that could be part of that. So that sense of you walking towards, he can see you walking towards him, maybe in some way leaving something else behind, maybe leaving behind something emotional for sure. So it's that sense of his materialistic. It could be about him trying to learn something about you, maybe something that you don't really want him to use. He's looking at your vulnerabilities. So it's an interesting, definitely feels like there's an interesting aspect to that. So let me just do 3 more about Raina. What does Raina need to know about this situation? Okay, we've got the sense of burden. So it's definitely weighing you down. It's definitely a heavy load on you. And it's really about trying to find your own passions, your own creativity. Oh, that's interesting. So it's about you nurturing your own passion, your own creativity. So it is weighing quite heavily on you. It is quite a heavy burden. It does feel like there is a sense of closing down what is good for you. So it's like, I get a sense of actually transformation, changes going on. Does feel like things are ending. He wants you to end things, maybe leave behind your business aspect or a sense of life that would be good for you. Does feel like there is that sense. But I feel like he wants you to leave that behind. He definitely wants to put you I just get the sense of out of business. Seems to be quite strong, like he wants to control you. There's definitely a sense of controlling. You have this creativity, you want to nurture, you'll bring it into life, but of trying to close it down. And I feel like this is quite literal. So it's, what does Raina need to do to overcome this? To overcome this. Here we get a look at your faith, your beliefs, your sense of how you would normally react to the situation. How would you normally react? So now you need to look at what are you missing? It's like you're missing, it's like something's being hidden. I keep getting this, something's being hidden from you. You want to create some stability and foundations in your emotions, which is super important. he has you messed up because nobody normally controls you. Yeah, definitely get that. Oh, and it's very it's very eerie. So there's a lot of thought going on. There's a lot of chaos in the mind. Okay, so we need to find a way to celebrate who you are. Is certainly important part of the process. So it's really about seeing the bigger picture, allowing yourself to sort of look at your perceptions, look at what's actually going on mentally for you, and allow yourself to celebrate who you are. Maybe it's time to start being with like-minded friends. Is there a friend that you could spend some quality time with that's going to help you move through this? I feel like there could be some support, emotional support, somebody who can emotionally support you to uplift you, to maybe allow you to really achieve what you want to achieve. I feel like you just definitely need some emotional support through this, somebody who's going to guide you, who's going to allow you to sort of move ahead in a more positive way, to walk away from him. Definitely feels like there's a sense of needing to walk away. Just getting a lot of stuff about, oh, okay, what flew out there? Okay, so we start with 6 of Earth, which is that giving to yourself. Yes, you do need emotional support. And it's also about someone who gives unconditionally that you can receive from, to bring in the new beginnings to the journey. Standing up for your own convictions is super important. Being able to find yourself with isolation in a way, and solitude as well, so that you can blend things together. I feel like you're really about looking for the truth of the situation, and that could come from meditation, reflection. I feel like there's a lot of battles coming. There is a lot of challenges, a lot of conflicts. So you're needing to find that wealth within oneself, that inheritance, that sense of coming together in many ways. Yeah, no, it's not. It's about somebody else loving unconditionally, loving you unconditionally, who's going to support you. And it doesn't necessarily mean in a direct sense either. It could be a friend when we're talking about that, loving you unconditionally, giving to you unconditionally, emotionally supporting you unconditionally. It could be somebody who just allows you to be family. Could be family, somebody who's prepared, or a friend who just is there for you emotionally, not necessarily romantically, of course, but just allowing you to be you. That's super important. And the last thing is sort of coming out of the cold. It allows you to no longer have this feeling of, yes, can understand that, and it's so important that you have somebody who can just be there for you, not expect, somebody who just gives to you unconditionally and doesn't expect anything from you. I think that's so important, and that's part of this leading you out of the cold, allowing you to be warm in a way. I get that as a symbolic gesture, if you like, in some way. So I just get that, really, that sense of, that whole sense of it really seems really, really important. So yeah, totally, you shouldn't have to, your kid's father gives to you unconditionally. Well, that's good. That's good. And that could be about giving you some time so that you can have some alone time as well. Have some time to recharge your own batteries. That can be part of it as well. That can be part of the emotional support. Being able to give you time to be you is so important. So I hope that gives you quite a bit to sort of think about. That was quite large. Let's have a look and see. We've got a lot of earthy cards here. Let's have a look. Fire, major arcanas, fire, major, earth, a little bit of water, air, water, tradition, major, a lot of major. It is quite a major impact on you. Oh, Raina, you don't have to keep donating. And you're so sweet. I definitely don't expect all that. Just having a look here, seeing where we're at. Okay, so let's have a look. It does feel there's a lot. I feel like you're being pulled in many directions, mentally, physically, spiritually, and definitely the sense of mentally. Oh, sweetheart, you're so sweet. Sense of trying to expand your emotions, have your emotions growing. It does feel like there's a lot of emotion, there is a bit of emotional stuff going on. There is a lot of health issues going on here. You can see that there's a lot of health. There's definitely some trying to find a sense of stability within your own passion, your own creativity. It does feel like there is a growth of your mind. It does feel like there is a growing plan or an idea into play. It does feel very impact on your life. It does feel like there's a lot of impact going on as well. Just huge for you. I feel like there's so much going on for you. Let me just pull up. Let's have a look at the chakras. Let's have a look and see if we can do some healing with the chakras. Yeah, COVID and everything. It's just so much going on. So let's have a look at chakras. Let's balance out Raina's chakras. Let's see what chakra energy we need to look at. Raina. Chakra energy. Let's have a look at chakra energy. Oh, that's interesting. Five, 6, 7. Okay, so we're looking a lot about your digestive system, or how you digest the situation that's going on for you, how you choose to bring things. I'm getting a lot about isolation, a lot about meditation. It's definitely a lot feeling like, I know at the moment you might not feel like there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but there's a lot of endings. I do feel like there's a lot of things that are finished. It's quite important. Again, we get the 7 of Swords come out again. We've got that sense of feeling like something keeps getting taken away from you. So you need to have, and I know that there's an aspect of the truth of the situation that feels like it's being taken from you. It feels like something is stolen and it's very hard to get back. So it's very much about nurturing your health. I know that's super, super important, and there is that sense of moving into the sense of victory. You got the 6 of Wands here, so there is that sense of moving into success. Yeah, so it's very, 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 very difficult for you at this time. Definitely feels like things are really tough. So it's really about trying to find new ventures, something. See, here we got this new venture. We've got the King of Wands coming in. So you got the sense about a new venture. You talked about a business opportunity coming your way. So a new venture coming your way. So that could be really, really important aspect of it. So it's looking at your priorities. You've got 2 of Coins here. So you're looking at your priority. So it's about looking at your digestive system. digestive or around that area is super important. You're also looking at your crown chakra, so you're looking at the messages and things that are coming in for yourself as well. And I feel like there's a block to that. You're feeling very unbalanced in with your spirituality, maybe in some way, being able to look the perspectives or the truth of the situation. Your third eye seems to be something there, and it's all about your sacral energy as well. So it's like there's a sense of, I feel like there is a lack of emotion for yourself, or a lack of love for yourself. You see what in a way it does feel like you're so tied up with what's been going on with Rigo, with what's going on there with the manipulation, that it's a block that love yourself in some way. So I'm saying it's because there's no green, there's no heart chakra stuff going on there, and there's definitely no communication. There's no throat chakra stuff, so there's nothing to do with the throat. Yeah, spiritually you feel very imbalanced. So let's take a moment and take a breath, and let's have a look and see where we're at for you. Let's see if I can balance. Sending healing. Take a nice deep breath, Raina. Let's see if we can realign your chakras. Let's bring you back into balance in some way. Now, this is just a small start. Whew. So we're feeling the chakras are in balance, realigning. Base, sacral, solar plexus, heart. Bring the heart chakra into balance. Throat, third eye, crown, and the other chakras, the 12 chakras, into balance. Bringing the 12 chakras into balance. So we're realigning the other chakras, 8 to 12. Okay, I'm just feeling like we just need to look at a little bit of past life energy. Let's have a look and see if we can see. Do we need to clear and declutter from your life? Let's have a look. Past life. Ooh. It's quite interesting. Does feel like in the past, why you're feeling so with everything that's going on, there's like a sense of being poisoned in some way, a sense of being murdered. It's like your sense of death in some way, and that's how you're feeling. It's mostly why you're feeling out of balance. And it could be to do with living in the country, in a way, in the rural living. So maybe it's needing to spend some time in the country. So you're feeling poisoned at the moment. You're feeling that sense of, and that's why I feel you have that feeling. It's not like this is symbolic. Remember, these are very symbolic. So you're talking about past energy. Could be maybe you feel very drawn to being out in the country, and it's being a little impossible at the moment to be sort of out in that sort of rural area. So that could be quite important for you. So let's see if we can clear that energy. Clear those feelings. So we're clearing that sense of feeling like you, and I think that's that disempowered, that being disempowered, feeling like something's taken from you, like that's part of that feeling. You need to break from the city. So this is just confirmation for that. You definitely need to go for a, you do need to go out, get out of the city. Definitely felt like you needed to be in the country. Be out in the woods, be out in the, somewhere serene. Is there like a healing environment that you could be in, which would be an absolutely benefit to you? So let's see what else we need to energy that we need to declutter from your life. Okay, we're looking at here at the law. Does feel like there's a bit of, again, you get that sense. Okay, so we've got like the law is like rules, restrictions. I think that's part of it too. So you just need to get out of feeling restricted. So we're just clearing that energy. Let's clear the energy from this. Let's clear our restrictions, the rules. How are you feeling? Take a nice deep breath, Raina. Take a nice deep breath and allow yourself to receive this clearing. Oh, hun, yeah, it's definitely a lot of stuff going on for you. Definitely feel very heavy. It definitely feels as though there's some heavy stuff going on. Okay, so we're still clearing away. Is that complete? I feel like there's a lot of heavy stuff weighing you down at the moment. Stabbed in the back. Okay, what else am I getting here? So here I'm getting healer. So I feel like you need to go and see a herbalist or someone or a doctor, someone who's able to provide some healing energy for you. And I feel like you might need that physically. So we're going to apply some healing. Hi, Serenity. Yep, I'm just finishing off with Raina. So I'm just doing some healing here. Just applying some healing, Raina. Finding happiness. It was interesting. The Sun card just flew out. Raina. Flew off the top of the pile. So it's about finding a sense of happiness. Oh. Okay, so I'm just seeing if there's anything else for Raina that needs to be done at this time. Nope, that looks like that's done for now. That crystal. Under the sun, clearing out that energy, that healing. So I hope that gives you some answers there. You're welcome. Raina, don't forget now that you're part of Ko-Fi, that you'll get a reading every month with that. So with your membership there. And you'll get some, so keep an eye out for the exclusive content as well from the membership as well. Okay, so full of serenity. What does my supervisor, Monique, think about me? So I think what I will use is the Moon Baby. Let's do Moon Baby. Let's do this. Supervisor Monique thinks about. Oh, the stupid camera keeps moving. Right, okay. So let's have a look. I think there's a need for a lot of changes. Oh, Raina. Sweet. Okay. So, full of serenity. Feels like there needs to be a lot of changes and things going on, a lot of transformations going on. There is a lot to learn. It does feel like you still have a lot to learn in the process. And you might rush into things. Full of serenity. Does it feel like sometimes you rush ahead without any strategic plans or anything that's going on? It does feel like there's an ending to the situation before new opportunities come into play. So full of serenity, it does feel like you need to move through a lot of changes. Okay, your supervisor feels like you might need to go through some changes. There are some things that you may still need to learn. They may feel as though you rush into things a little bit. Without strategizing, without planning things, and there may be an ending to the situation before new opportunities can arise. Okay, so hopefully that'll make sense for you at this time and just give you some things to sort of think about and reflect on what's important. Okay. So hopefully that'll give you the answers that you need as well. So hopefully that helps. You don't feel like you, no, not necessarily. Remember, this is your supervisor's perception. You might not feel like you rush into things, but maybe your supervisor might feel like you do. Monique may feel as though you do sometimes rush into things. Might feel like you might need to slow down a little bit, trying to do too much in one go. Remember, you asked about Monique's thoughts about you, and it's not necessarily correct in your ways. Remember, it's Monique's perception of you. This is Monique's perception. So this might be a need for you to communicate. Might need to look at what you need to learn about the situation. Remember, this is just Monique's perception of you. Doesn't necessarily mean it's right or wrong. It's just what is at that time. It's just their perception of you. So they may feel as though you have some changes needing to take place. They may feel as though you have some things that you might need to learn, that you might need to slow down a little bit. Remember, that's their perception, Monique's perception of you. Okay. And they may feel as though there are some endings coming into play. The supervisor might feel as though there is an ending to something, and which allows something new to arrive or something new to happen in the situation. So remember, this is Monique's perception, thoughts about you, not necessarily how you feel about yourself. This is their perception, doesn't necessarily mean it's right, or so this is only their perception. So when you're asking about somebody else's thoughts about you, doesn't necessarily mean that it's correct. It's just their perception. It's their thoughts. It might not be facts. So it's their perception of you. So you might just give you a chance to sort of have a look, maybe have a chance to have a sense of a communication. You might be able to say to Monique, what changes do I need to make? You might say to Monique, what do I actually need to learn? How do I strategize to be able to move forward with a battle plan? So this might be a sense of you needing to have a battle plan so that you can maybe allow opportunities to come through. So this might be a chance for you to communicate with your supervisor, with Monique, and ask these questions of her. Okay. So that could be something for you to think about. You know, it might be a need for you to communicate with Monique and ask those questions. Remembering it's only her perception, it may not actually be facts. Other people, other bosses, or other people around you may not see that in you. It may be just something, because remember, we're all different, we're all individual, and what somebody sees in you is be quite different. So I'm going to go Tarot del Tango, Raina. So let's have a look at the Tarot del Tango. So what do you predominantly need to look out in the next 2 months? Okay, so let's have a look. What does Raina need to look out for in the next 2 months? Oh, my stomach, I hope that didn't rumble. Oh, this is from here. So here we have the 9 of Bandera. So we've got the sense of perseverance. Yep, Serenity, I'll just do Raina's donated reading. So, Raina, we're looking at perseverance for you. It's something like I feel like you just need to keep going, being very aware of making sure you acknowledge when you're feeling wounded. I'm getting that sense of wounded, that wounded energy coming through, and that sense of perseverance, allowing you that sense of moving through into a new level of your creative energy as well, a sense of moving through, preparing for a sense of completion in this way. So here we have the 5 of Cups. So 5 of Chalices, 5 of Cups is that sense of being able to overcome the emotional challenges that you may feel over the next couple of months. So that sense of perseverance and able to sort of keep going creatively, spiritually, energetically, and allowing yourself to overcome those emotional challenges. Okay, so we've got things moving quite quickly as well over the next couple of months, Raina. So it does feel like things are going to be moving quite quickly. That's me being clumsy. Moving quite quickly over the next couple of months, going to allow you to feel like trying to find a sense of harmony, physical harmony, health-wise, not just financially, but I'm getting a lot of health. It's definitely to do with your health and emotions and your energy. I'm getting a lot about your energy with things. So over the next couple of months, it's enabling you to overcome these challenges, find a sense of harmony within that situation. So we've got the sense of, okay, finding a solution to everything that's going on, enabling you to find the, I feel like somebody's going to come in and solve the problem for you, somebody who's a very deep thinker, somebody who then enables you to think deeply about the situation as well. So you really want to be able to nurture the truth. It's definitely about expecting the truth of the situation, not only about with others, but also within oneself, enabling you to nurture your own truth as well is going to be super important. That comes from nurturing your ambitions, nurturing your creativity, your energy. I think your energy is so important here. Getting a lot about your energy when I'm looking at these cards here. So it's somebody who's very deep thinker, somebody who thinks very deeply about things. Getting somebody that thinks very deeply about things. Somebody who's able to find stability within the mind, build foundations with ideas. Part of that. I want to know a little bit more about this person here. I'm going to ask a little bit more about this person here. So let's give us a little bit more information. Okay, somebody that you can celebrate, who's very again, that emotional supportive. So somebody who's deep thinking, but also emotionally supportive. So it's somebody who, I want to get this, somebody who acknowledges how you're feeling emotionally. I'm getting somebody who acknowledges this person here. He's able to acknowledge how you feel emotionally, which seems quite important here. Very emotional support. So he's somebody who thinks very deeply about situations. So what else does Raina need to know? So it could be Ricardo. If he thinks very deeply, very emotional, supportive, and acknowledges how you feel. Okay, so we've got the sense of, it's definitely not Riga. Okay. obviously two different people. There we go. Okay, so we've got the sense of wealth and abundance. Okay, so it does feel like a wealth coming into play. It could be a wealth of emotional support. It could be a wealth of emotions. Okay, what else does Raina need to know about this situation over the next couple of months, about how she feels, what should be done? What can Raina do for herself? Okay, so let's have a look. So we've got this looking at your priorities. What's important for you? How do you find a sense of balance within your own health? What things can you actually do for yourself, which is super important? And it's going to allow you to expand and grow within that area of your life. And it's going to allow to acknowledge the ending of something before you're moving into. So it does feel like over the next couple of months there are going to be some changes within that. There is going to be a new cycle coming into play. It does feel like your energy is going to rise a little bit. It does feel like there's some changes coming within your energy. So there's definitely the enthusiasm, the drive, the motivation coming up into play. So it does feel like you're coming into that energy. And it's about preparing your health. So I do feel like there's a lot of preparation going on. So there's a lot of looking at the food you're eating, the time that you're spending around certain people. I'm thinking it could be a lot about energy, about people that you're spending time with. So it's about cutting off. I want to say there's a sense of cutting off that energy, removing that energy, removing that those physical feelings. So I'm getting a sense of being in control, being a leader in your own path. I get that coming through quite strongly here. So I'm just seeing what else can we need to know about this. This is going to be it feels like a very slow journey, Raina. I know it feels very heavy, it feels very long, but it's going to be worth it in the end. I definitely feel like stability. I feel like there's going to be a stability within your emotions. Only you kids, okay. So it is about finding a sense of foundation that's going to allow you to have the stability in your emotional needs. So I do feel like it's a very slow journey from finding your emotional needs. So being honest, looking at what do you actually need at this time in your life? What do you actually need? What are you missing? What are you missing from your emotions? So looking at your health, looking at the food you're eating, looking at the energy around you, looking at maybe things that you can do to build up your energy, maybe looking at vitamins, minerals, that sort of thing. Might be herbs. I keep getting herbs for some reason. That came through before in something in your past life stuff. So money makes you happy. So it's about finding that project, that creative energy that's going to allow you to have this enterprise that you want, this new venture that's coming through for you. So let's do 3 more cards here. 3 cards together. So this is going to be one message. So we're looking at a sense of, so it definitely feels like you're walking away from something to have to look at what you're actually holding on to. Okay, so if you can walk away from something, it's going to show you what are you actually holding on to, and allowing you to actually look at what you're learning. What are you learning? What are you seeing, if you like? You're working on your chocolate and candy business. Okay. So that could be an important process. So I know that's going to give you quite a lot to think about, and maybe some stuff that you can come back to, which is super, super important. Okay, did you do that question? Oh no, didn't do a question. Serenity. Full of serenity, didn't do your second. It relaxes you. Okay, but there's also, in between all the business, don't forget to actually, yeah, you're finding a way to actually nurture yourself is going to be super important. You're welcome, Raina. Looks like I've been on for over an hour. Ooh, that time's gone. And I so appreciate you, Raina. Really do appreciate you. Thank you very much for the donations and for the Silver Moon membership. That's really super appreciated as well. So I'm hopefully that's going to give you some ideas for you. Okay, full of serenity. What does my boss April think of you? Okay, so now you're looking at their perception, April's perception. So you looked at Monique, and now you're looking at April's perception. So let's have a look. What does April think of full of serenity? Yes, certainly, Raina. Yep, no problem at all. Okay, so what does your boss think of you? And it just gets a sense of, I'm getting emotional cycles. I might find you, April may think of you as being moving through new cycles, or maybe you're moving through different stages of the journey. May think of you as being passionate in some way, may feel as though you're being as you're creative, may feel that you're creative in some way. Okay, April may think of you as moving through different phases, being creative. And we get the sense of somebody who finishes tasks. May find you as someone that works hard and finish tasks. And the last card here is somebody who could be slow moving as well. So you could be slow and steady, but you still finish the tasks that you need to do. You could be very creative and ambitious in the journey, and you're moving through different cycles or different phases of a cycle, if you like. It does feel like you're moving through different phases of a cycle. Maybe you have some enemies as well. The moon card can ask us, what are our enemies? Maybe we're our own worst enemy in some way, or maybe there's somebody that could be an enemy of some sort, and maybe April sees that in some way. May find you being very creative, ambitious, energetic in some way. Maybe April sees you as somebody who finishes tasks, able to complete, work hard, and could be somebody who's quite slow and steady in the process as well. Okay, full of serenity. Hope that sort of answers your question in regards to that. And Raina, we're just looking for one more question in regards to what's going on. So I might actually do the food crafter. Right. Let me just grab the food crafter. So full of serenity, I hope that helps answer that question. And I'm just waiting for Raina's last question here. Oh. Yeah, because like I said, different people's perspectives. You know, somebody can see, people can see you in different ways. Trying to find control. Okay, I'm just waiting for Raina's last question. What is my connection with Ray? Okay, connection with Ray. All that rain, that weather. I can definitely feel that. Okay, connection with Ray. We have a very creative energy here. A very creative, passionate, nurturing, passionate energy. Okay. So again, we get the sense of, I want to say, moving through still waters for some reason. I'm getting this with the 8 of water. I just got moving through still waters. It's interesting because we've got Valerian, which is sort of a sleepy sort of energy. So I feel very calm about it. This feels very calm energy. Feels very calming, Raina. Feels very calming energy. So what is your connection with Ray? I get a sense of fulfillment, happiness. Interesting. When I look at these cards here, he's a very calm. That's why I get very calming. And we get this sense, ooh, interesting. The Lovers. So it definitely feels like there is a relationship forming in some way. There are some choices to be made in regards to that energy and bringing that together. Not just the beat of his own drummer. That's interesting. Okay, so we've got here 7 of Earth. So what do you actually want to bring into your, so it's what do you both want to bring into your lives? What do you want to harvest? Is interesting. It's about, I feel like he's a very in control. He does, I've got the Emperor card here for him. Okay, so I do feel like he's that sort of leader, that control, that but a sense of ruling his own, knowing that he's on his own and, he rules on his own. It can be a very lonely position he finds himself in at times. So I feel like there's definitely a lot of learning to be done. It definitely feels like there's a lot of looking for the truth. I feel like there's a truth between you two. You're looking for the truth of the situation, and it can only come from communication. It can only come from talking, from sharing exactly how you feel. So what else does Raina need to know about this? Whoa, okay. So these 3 cards together. Okay, it's interesting because we had the Emperor before, and so now we have the Empress. So it's about, to me, you've got this rose, so you've got this love, you've got this beauty. Oh, okay. Okay, and then you've got the sense of faith, belief, this Hierophant card. Okay, you've got the sense of healing, this whole being in sense of, I want to say, this adventure. Again, you get this possibility of coming together. So it definitely feels as though there is a sense of seeing the beauty within oneself. I feel like you're that empress feeling, that sensuality. And I feel that's part of the connection. It's that making of feeling, you feeling beautiful, this feeling of sensual. It feels impossible, but it does feel like you're needing to have faith in the situation. And it does feel as though there is a sense of nurturing, this passion. It does feel like the sense of these thoughts, the thoughts of passion coming into it, this venture of passion coming into it. Oh, he lives here in New Zealand? Oh, okay. Okay, so this could be a trip once we open our borders, once borders start. No wonder. Oh, Raina. Oh, what flew out? That was a funny place to land on, down there on the thing. Okay, so we've got choosing wisely. We've got some decisions to make in your path coming up. Hi, Anastasia Enchanted. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, it does feel as though there is definitely a possibility. You've got to come and visit, Raina. Definitely. Yeah, just type up your question, Anastasia. If you wish to donate, the link's there. Let's type in this. So, Raina, it definitely feels like there's some decisions to be made in the path that you desire. Looking at things that you can do. So, firstly, you're taking care of your health, you're doing all that, your connection with coming to New Zealand. Definitely have a coffee and a dinner and things, definitely, Raina. So I definitely feel like there's some choices to be made for you to, which path you want to take. There's definitely lots of options available to you, Raina. So let's see if there's anything else that's of importance to you at this time. Okay, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so smiling. Okay, so here we've got being careful of what keeps you chained to the past or being chained to the situation. So you need to break free from those chains. Very, very important. Looking beyond the illusion, looking beyond the surface of things, using your skills and your abilities to move ahead, allowing you to actually feel like the give and take, the balance within the emotions, within the relationship. Definitely feels like there's a start of a relationship coming in. If you can just look beyond the surface of what's actually going on here for you right now, enabling you to break free from those chains. Okay, Raina? So I hope that gives you plenty to look at. Thanks very much for your donation. Really, really appreciate all the donations and all the really, really do appreciate that indeed. So, Anastasia, let's have a look. Who do you know who's coming towards you in love? Okay, you're talking about a relationship, a intimate relationship coming up. Okay, so let's have a look for you. Let's use the deck of heroes. Yeah, Raina, we've still got to catch up on chat too. We definitely need to messenger at some stage. So you know that you can contact me anytime that you want to just chat. If you just want to air some of your things that are going on. So Anastasia, who's coming towards you in love? So let's have a look here. Yeah, message me anytime, Raina, and we'll organise a time. Okay, so cards we've got here. Just give me a minute to just have a look at this. Coming towards you. So you've got the Three of Pentacles. Okay, you've got somebody who recognises you for who you are, which is super important. Somebody who recognises you. Somebody that knows your full potential, which is super important. Somebody who allows you to have fulfillment, attainment, a sense of luxury in your life, and somebody who gives unconditionally. So this is a person who's coming towards you in time, and it feels like somebody who is very giving in many ways. Does feel like he's going to give you a sense of pampering, luxury. Feels very materialistic or very money orientated as well, which does seem to be the way. And I just want to bring in gods and times. Let's just bring in who's coming towards Anastasia at this time. So something to do with that energy. This type of energy. Oh, okay. So you've got somebody who, you definitely just feel like there's an abundance of love at this time, and he's very fun orientated. Does feel like he's very fun orientated. Okay, and I'm just going to give you a little bit of a love card. Okay, so something about this love. Okay, you've got somebody who sees into the future. You know, somebody who sort of looks at the bigger picture is what I want to say. No matter what you see, the bigger picture of loving just the universe. So you've got somebody who sort of sees the bigger picture of things. Okay, so there you are. Gerard, you want to have a quick question? A quick reading? Let me just put these away as I wait for the next question. Don't forget, if you want a donation, the link is there as well. Oops, let's just put this away. Okay, love interest, current feelings. Okay, so let's have a look at this. I'm going to actually go Tower of Cleopatra. Okay, love interest, current feelings. Okay, current feelings. Let's do that first. Current feelings. Okay, so we've got wounded. So, oh my, I've just got the word wounded for somebody, hurt, and trying to find a sense of inner peace. Okay, so it does feel like those current feelings are a sense of feeling very wounded or feeling very hurt, about a situation, maybe feeling like they need to keep going. Okay, feeling like needing to keep going. Okay, and there is that sense of trying to find a sense of inner peace within the situation. Okay, so next actions, we have the sense of, okay, I'm just put the words dipping toes in, trying to go, just not quite fully committed yet to where they're headed, sort of feeling like they are. Hi Valentina, hi Dorian, welcome. If you like to donate, the link's there if you want a more in-depth reading. Otherwise I'm just doing really quick readings if you just want a quick question. Okay, so you're looking at next action. So you're looking at, definitely feels as though not quite dipping toe, going full hog. There is that sense of trying to find one's priorities, trying to juggle emotions and things going, things that are going on for them. So let's have a look at a bit of a sort of an overview of the love interest. And the card that pulls out here is the Knight of Swords. So I'm getting a thing of needing to sort of slow down a little bit, not being in such a rush about. Hi sunshiny day. So really important for you to see, really looking at the relationship on a thing. Don't rush into it. Take your time. A little bit of make some plans and things, not rushing into it, because there is some hurt, a lot of hurt going on. There is a sense of trying to find a sense of inner peace within the situation. Does feel like next action is, they're not quite dipping their toe in yet, not quite fully committed to moving ahead. Does feel like there's a lot of juggling emotion, juggling a lot of stuff going on. And yes, you're making plans. Oh, good. So don't rush into it. You're taking your time. That's just a reminder. That's just confirmation that that's really important for you in this situation. Okay, so the next thing we're looking at here is pregnancy. Now, remembering pregnancy could come into a lot of situations, a lot of things coming into play. So we're looking at pregnancy. So we've got the Ace of Chalice. So there is definitely that potential there emotionally. And it does feel like we've got 10 of Pentacles here. So we've got that wealth. So there is that possibility there. So yes, there's a possibility of getting pregnant, of being pregnant. It does feel like there is definitely there. There could be some other things that could come into play in the situation. Okay, and then the next two cards here, we're looking at a sense of stability within your energy. Just feel like there's a need for a sense of stability. But I'm also getting the word sort of commitment, contracts. It definitely feels like there's definitely some stuff going on there. Yeah, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be pregnant now. Okay, there's definitely a possibility of pregnancy. Doesn't mean it's going to happen right now. Okay, and there is definitely some news awaiting. So it definitely feels like there's some romance as well coming into the picture as well. So the possibility of pregnancy is there. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen straight away. It's just about working on the stability we're doing for our careers first. Yeah, so that's important. So it could be about taking some precautions, just making sure that you take care for the the pregnancy was Dorian, sorry. Dorian was doing the pregnancy one for you. Gerard was doing about the was the love interest. Okay, Dorian was about the pregnancy. Dorian was the pregnancy one. Was about, sorry, you just got me confused for a second there with that answering. I wasn't talking about, yeah, Dorian was the pregnancy, that's right. So it's about having that sense of stability in the situation. Okay, so that's done. Valentina was Carlo, currently in love and involved with someone else or somebody new. So let's go through. Let's do the romantic tarot. Let's see what's going on here. Valentina, so let's have a look. Valentina, you're looking at your, is Carlo currently in love or involved with someone new? So let's have a look at this relationship with Carlo. Where is Carlo at? What do you need to know in regards to Carlo? So let's have a look. So the first card we have here is the Hierophant. So I'm just going to look at a few cards here. Here we've got the 10 of Pentacles. Or the Wheel of Fortune, sorry. That's the Wheel of Fortune. So this definitely feels like there's the sense of going round and round in circles at this time. It does feel like sense of tradition. I don't want to say tradition. I get a sense of your spirituality, learning something new, maybe studying, teaching. What are you learning? What are you learning? Feels like it definitely feels like you're going round and round in circle, Valentina. British, I'm New Zealand. Here we go. Right, okay, so we have the 3 of coins, 5 of coins here, so it does, yeah, so it does feel like you're coming out of the cold, out of the situation. Okay, and you've got the 3 of Cups. So is that sense of celebration? Okay, so you're talking about this Carlo with somebody else, so it does feel like there is that sense of his celebration, his stuff going on there. So it does feel like at this time there is that sense of faith. Yeah, definitely feels like this. Definitely feels like when you're looking at it as a relationship aspect, I'm sort of getting like a commitment to someone else. Definitely feels like there's a moving on situation in a way. It's going up and down, but it's going up and down all the time, like there's good times and bad times. Definitely feels you've got the 5 of coins here, and I'm sort of getting him sort of lifting, you know, holding someone else, holding someone in the relationship. So there's definitely a sense of celebration. So yeah, it definitely feels though there's a moving on energy, but there's a lot of ups and downs within that relationship. I keep getting words like wedding, but like a marriage, but not necessarily like a physical marriage. It's more of a commitment. Yeah, I keep getting that he's with somebody else. He's a commitment to somebody else. That's what I keep getting with the Hierophant here, is this commitment to somebody else, like there's a celebration of some sort. And I'm wondering if there's like an engagement in some way, or it definitely feels like there is that commitment to somebody else. I'm just getting one more card here. So let's have a look. Here we've got that. Yeah, definitely feels like you're wounded. Yeah, there's a back and forth energy going on. Definitely feels like there's a nurturing the emotion side of things. Does feel very like there's a lot of hurt coming in your way. So Valentina, let's just have a look at the Love Oracle. Let's just have a look here. See what card comes out. Sorry, I'm just going to cough. It's about acknowledging your day, which is an interesting one. Acknowledging their aspect. It's about you having oh, the Romantic Tarot. Okay, it was actually 3 of Cups. That was a celebration. 3 of Cups, 5 of Coins, with the Wheel of Fortune, the Hierophant, and the Queen of Cups. Then you've got that acknowledging your day, acknowledging, you know, what you've done for yourself, and about you having a sense of adventure. It's like you're being, I want to say you're being held back from having fun. You're too tied up in what was. It's like you're mixing different areas of your life and it's not being good for you. You're not allowing yourself to separate the different areas of your life, not unable to have full thing. This one just says mixing work and pleasure. But I feel like it's a sense of mixing different areas of your life and not being able to sort of separate them, not being able to sort of move forward to have your own adventures, your own fun times, because you're wound up in what's actually going on with his life instead of worrying about your own. He's moved on. Okay, so that's really important for you to sort of look at that, acknowledge how you're feeling, acknowledge your own, and sort of create your own adventures for yourself. Think about yourself. What do you want to do? What makes life fun for you? Which is super important. Hi, Patsy. How are you? Okay, so who have I missed? Let's have a look. So we've gone Valentina. So we've done Valentina, and we've got Sarah. Okay, Sarah, let's have a look. What do you see for you in love? Okay. Tarot of the Divine. Sarah, let's have a look at you for love. What's for Sarah for love? Sarah for love. Sarah for love. Fulfillment. Wishes fulfilled. Okay, Sarah, it does feel like things eventually are going to be fulfilled. It's about looking at the facts of the situation at this time. So the possibility is there for fulfillment, Sarah, for love. So it does feel like there is definitely okay, so that's really important, Sarah. It does feel like there is that possibility of fulfillment of your wishes coming true, but it's all about nurturing the facts, the truth of the situation that's going on, enabling you to feel like there's a pause or a reflection on the goals that you actually want to achieve. Okay, so what do you actually want to achieve in a relationship? What type of person do you actually want in your life? Don't focus on what you don't want. Focus on what you do want to bring into your life. What do you actually want to reach? Your goals, your dreams within a relationship. What type of people do you want to spend your time with? Are you able to have clarity within that situation? Do you have new ideas, new perceptions in the relationships that you actually want to bring into your life? Okay, Sarah, that's something that you need to sort of think about, reflect on. Definitely is super important in regards to relationships. So let's just do one card from the Besters Art Love Oracle. Okay, Sarah, let's have a look. It's about trying something new with your within the relationship. Try something new within that relationship is going to be really, really important. So you could be doing something new to meet somebody new. Okay, so something to think about, Sarah. So hopefully that helps you. Okay, so let's have a look. MJ, does B got jealous? Does your Virgo get jealous? Does your Virgo get jealous? Does your Virgo get jealous? Okay, MJ, let's have a look. Does your Virgo get jealous? Let's have a look. Okay, right. Is there any jealousy? What is the feelings? Relationship. And moderation. Taking something thieving, stolen. Okay, yeah, there is that whole, when I look at these cards here, I do get a sense of jealousy. I do feel like something's being taken from them. They do get that energy. They can see what they want. They can maybe be a little bit excessive. They're trying to blend things together. Does feel as though there is that sense of feeling like something's being taken from them. And it's sort of, in a way, it's sort of how you choose to see the situation. It's all about opportunities that arise. So definitely feels as though there is some jealousy going on and in the opportunities that do arise. So now it's about, how do you deal with that? You've got to decide whether you can deal with those impulses of jealousy. What happens to create that sense of jealousy? What's happening in that? So yeah, there is that sense of jealousy within this. So MJ, it does feel like there is some jealousy and stuff going on. Okay, it does definitely feel like there's a sense of jealousy. When you've got this card here, you've got the Seven of Swords coming in, and it is that sort of thief, that stolen feeling. So it does feel like something's taken from them. Okay. So that's really important to think about too. Don't forget, if you want to donate, oops, just got that's not supposed to happen. It's there. If you want to donate, join the Ko-Fi page. There's that link there. Okay, MJ. So sunshiny day. I didn't do a reading for you. Did you want a reading, sunshiny day? Did I get a message from you? I feel like I'm missing something here. Oh, it was just a hello. Okay, so I forgot to do my Patsy. Okay. You're welcome, MJ. No problem. No problem at all. Okay, Patsy, you want an overview for February to March. Okay, so for the next month, basically. What's your overview? What's the overview for the next month? Let's do the Starman Tarot. Okay, the Starman Tarot with Patsy with the overview February through to March. February 22nd, March 23. So for the month ahead, let's have a look. What's the overview for Patsy for the month ahead? Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's have a quick skizzy. What have we got? Okay, we've got the sense of looking to the past. Okay, so the past may come into play, Patsy. Does feel like there is a sense of the past coming into play. So it's very important that you actually use your skills and abilities to look at your reality of the situation, looking beyond the surface, looking beyond the illusion of what you're being shown. Just being very careful of someone who could be a little deceitful as well in that. So just be aware of the past. I'm wondering if the past is to do with this deceit, Patsy. So Patsy, it could be really important for you to have a look at your past. Maybe you've got somebody who could be a little deceitful in some way. And this is going to give you an ability to learn something new. Oh, you did post about your New Zealand cousin. Yes, Sunshiny Day, you did. Okay, so there definitely feels like there's going to be an end of a cycle. It does feel like something's going to be achieved in this situation. And there does feel as though there could be some legalities. It's interesting because we have the sense of someone who's not quite trustworthy, and it could cause some legalities. Okay, so somebody in the past is causing a sense of legalities. You're trying to find a sense of equilibrium, sense of the truth of the situation, cutting away the truth to find a sense of balance within the situation, Patsy. So interesting combination of cards here when you're looking at this past, I'm just wondering if this person is just not quite being honest. Sort of a bit of a sleight of hand. They're sort of doing one thing in front of you about something else behind the scenes. And so I feel like there's a sense of you learning something about that situation, which could enable you to move through this cycle, move into something new, something different. And this could cause a sense of legalities. I do feel like there's a sense of legal issues or legal, I just keep getting the words legalities in that situation. So I don't know whether that's part of it, but that's what you could be dealing with over the next month, is dealing with the legalities of the situation. And that's going to take up a lot of time for you. With the World card, I've just got time, a lot of time, taking up a lot of time, but it's going to be a lot of lessons learned within the situation. It does feel like you're going to be learning a lot about it. So it could be about your finances. It's going to be quite good. It's like you're learning about your finances situation. So I don't know what that is about the past, but it does seem to sort of be tied up into that situation with whatever that is going on. So whether you want to look at what lies ahead for, or how do you get through that situation. So how do you get through it? Let's have a look. How do you get through it? So you're going to get through it by being empowered, taking back what you felt was taken from you, enabling you to find a sense of clarity. So it's about being empowered, standing up for your convictions, standing up for your ideas, your plans, your thoughts, enabling you to sort of do that, to be able to find a sense of peace within the situation. So that's quite interesting. So hopefully that helps you, Patsy. And I think that's it for questions. I think that's everybody at this time. Now I've been on for 2 hours, so I've definitely been on. Don't forget you can look at my Ko-Fi link, and it does take you through to the shop, and you can have a look and see what services. If you join or support me, there is a Jano. Okay, I will do your one as well. And has she kept the letter? I'm actually feeling like I might do a different deck for that. You're welcome, Raina. I'll just do Jano's one before I leave. Let's have a look at this. Here, I'm actually going to do the Lenormand cards. I'm just going to do a bit of a Lenormand reading here. Okay, so this is about the letter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the letter. Thank you, Raina, for typing that in. Really appreciate that. You're welcome, Patsy. Okay, Jano, letter. Let's have a look. So we're looking at the letter. So let's have a look at what's on the other side of the letter. Okay. Okay, so we've looked at the letter. We've grabbed that card. So we have a sense of, okay, so we've got Clover, so that's good luck. So with the letter, it definitely feels as though it's positive. And there was a lot of communication within that letter, and it feels very positive in that way. And we've got that sense of security, that sense of that tower, isolation, just feel very, and the feminine energy of it. So it has been received well. So it does feel as though the letter was kept, was received well within the situation. So it definitely feels as though the letter was received well. There was a lot of communication in it, and it was the destiny there to be received well. Okay, so let's have a look and see what other information we get here. So we've got that sense of action taken within the situation. It's very small action. And very protected and secure. So I just feel like there's a sense of being protected within the situation, within the letter. So yeah, I just feel like, yes, the letter was received. It was very small action taken to protect, to be protected within the situation. So yeah, I hope that sort of answers your letter, your question with Elise. Yes, she's kept it. It was well received, but she's feeling the need of protection. It does feel like there is protection needed. Okay, so Val Mary. So last one here. I should really do last reading. So let me just type this up here. Just reading, and here. Well, it does feel as though she still has it. It was well received, but she's feeling like a need of protection. She does feel like she needs to, a small action taken, but there is a need for protection. Okay, you had the bear card, so it does feel like there is some things that she needs to do to protect herself in some way. Okay, Val Mary. So let's have a look. What was your reading here? Sagittarian and true feeling towards me. So let's have a look at love within the situation here. So we're looking at love. Whoops. Let me just move the keyboard out of the way. Okay, keyboard. Okay, so we're looking at, sorry, love. Love's true feelings. So let's have a look at love. Okay, so we see flowers. Received flowers. So we're receiving that love, receiving the beauty. Okay, so we've got the love of the situation going on. And it does feel like it's bloomed. There is a sense of, you know, hoping for love to bloom. Definitely feels like thinking about the feminine energy, the receiving energy of the situation. Does feel very healing. And I just got ship sailed for some reason. It just told me ship sailed. So there just does seem to be sort of a bit of a feeling like there is a ship sailed in the situation. So it does feel like I just keep getting ship sailed, and it's about going with the flow. It does feel like there's a work. Why do I get a work-related issue to the situation? Maybe there's work involved. Maybe the work's ship sail. There's a movement with work going on in the process as well. Bell Mary. So it definitely feels as though could be work. Okay, it does feel like there was a love that grew and it was very receptive to that energy, very nurturing, but it does feel like the ship sailed. And it doesn't mean that he doesn't care for you, but it does feel as though the ship has sailed, like he's very busy with work or there's a work-related issue going on. So let's have a look and see if we can look at a little bit more information about the situation. Let's have a look and see. What I'll do is I'll go for the ring. The ring is talking about commitment. So does he feel like there is commitment to the relationship? Okay, so let's have a look and see if there's any commitment to the relationship. So let's have a look. Commitment. We've got with the ring. Okay, so the ring here. Okay, so 3, 4. So we're going for the 4 cards in front of it. So we're talking about the commitment of it. Now, it does feel very isolated. It does feel like there's some trouble going on within the situation. It does feel very small in the situation. I'm getting a very childlike or very small, very petite type trouble going on. It does feel like there's a loss. So it does feel like he's so it feels like it's not that he doesn't care. It just feels like there's a lot of trouble going on. There's a lot of chaos going on in his life. It does feel like there's a lot of loss. It's like he's dealing with a lot of stuff. So he's unable to commit. Okay, I do feel like there's a loss to the commitment because he's so busy with the, see, it could be corporate business trouble trouble within the corporate business, trouble with work. Okay, so it could be in that situation that he's feeling very, there is a loss to the situation. Feels like he's scrutinizing the commitment that he can do at this time. It just feels like there's a lot of stuff going on. So you might just need to give him a bit of space to sort of breathe a little bit. Might be really, really important. Okay, yeah. Yeah, basically it's going to tell, it's basically talking about a sense of loss. When you're looking at the tower, the snake, the child being small, the mice being a sense of a loss, okay, and scrutinizing the relationship, because we're talking about the relationship here with the ring. Okay, so really important for you to really see that he is really really troubled about some work stuff at the moment, and he's dealing with a loss. So there's definitely a loss of some sort. Definitely feels as though things are not quite where he expects them. Okay, let's just do this really quickly. I'll just do a 3-card reading here with this here, looking at tarot. Okay, and let's see what the tarot cards say in regards to the reading. So we've got the 4 of Cups, so very dissatisfied with life at this time. He does seem to be very much about that. And we've got the sense of feels like he's got a lot to learn at this time. He's got a lot of learning going on. And he's very much at a crossroads. Okay, so you're looking at a sense of crossroads. He's very much at a crossroads with his feelings at the moment. There's a lot of stuff going on. He's being pulled in many directions with work and stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on at work. It does feel like he's very troubled at work. There is a lot of stuff going on with work. So he's very much trying to find a sense of inner peace within himself. And so I think that's very important for you to understand that. So yeah, so I just feel like he's very dissatisfied with life. He's got a lot of stuff with that. So I just feel like with the Lenormand there, very quick, very to the point. Yeah, so I feel like this definitely feels like there's a loss. He's dealing with a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, okay, so that's it for me. I really need to say cheerio, because it's now 6:15, so it's on a Sunday night. The 4 of Cups actually makes sense. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's it from me. Thanks for being with me, and definitely keep an eye on when I do another session. It certainly won't be as long as this. This was definitely a long readings. So don't forget to check out my Ko-Fi page. You can go and check on my channel with my other links. You'll find the links to make playing cards if you want to order any of my decks that I create, like that Love Oracle that I use. You can find that on Make Playing Cards as well. The Gilded Rare deck. Oh, I do like the Gilded Rare. I do have it, and I use it with the Valmeri, the Lenormand. It's great for direct, very direct. I find it quite good. It answers certain questions very, very quickly. So this is one of my decks that I created. So this is some of my digital art. This is the Love Oracle. You can find my decks on Make Playing Cards. You can find the link on my channel. So yeah. So let's do, before I go, let's just do a real quick, what message are we reflecting on with the Love Oracle. Let's have a look and see what Love Oracle message we're going to do as a whole. What card are we going to focus on as a collective? Okay, love makes life spin. Okay, so sometimes our heart can overrule our mind. Our heart can overrule our mind, can overrule the truth of the situation sometimes. So don't forget to check the collective. The love makes life spin. Sometimes if we can feel like we're spinning out of control when it comes to love. So we need to reflect on trying to find a sense of balance within our love. Make sure we don't sort of overgive, be careful about giving too much of ourselves away. But also there are times when not to hold ourselves too much in either. Very important to find that sense of balance. Okay, so that's it from me. Thank you very, very much for being with me and the rest of us. Thank you very much for the donations, for those that have, Raina, for donating. Really, really appreciate that for the readings. Don't forget, if you wish to book a reading, there is a Valentine's special. Don't forget, if you become a member, there are discounts and exclusive deals especially for you, and exclusive content as well. There are some free downloads available through my Ko-Fi shop as well that you can check out. So don't forget, take care and blessed be. Oh, that was clever. Okay. Ciao.